Hi y'all, welcome to my shop. I know y'all, some of y'all are probably getting bored and cabin fever. Not me. I've been awfully busy. My son decided to grow a full beard. I haven't gone that route, but I sure need a haircut. The president of my club, Chattahoochee Woodturners, owns a salon, and she says they are back cutting hair, and she's gotten pretty good at clipping around the face mask strap. So I think I'm ready to venture out this afternoon and get a haircut. I'm living here in Georgia. Things seem to be opening up a little bit. I got a call this morning from the dentist's office to reschedule me for my 6-month checkup that had been postponed. So that's encouraging. This weekend I'm going to be visiting with my granddaughter's other grandparents. They're having a socially distanced drop-in. So I'm looking forward to seeing my grandkids and probably giving them a hug. I haven't really seen them face to face, other than on FaceTime or Zoom meetings in the last 2.5 months. And we're going to get them for a sleepover next weekend, which we're excited about that because our neighborhood pool's open, and I know they'll love to go swimming. So things are looking up a little bit. The local woodcraft store is beginning to open up some of their classes, starting with a few number of people. So it's got me thinking about reopening our hands-on, once a month hands-on workshops at my club. Folks around here, some of them still wearing masks. Most of about half of them, I'm still discouraged by the number of people that I feel like are being discourteous by going into stores or public places where they're not socially distancing. You can't avoid getting close to them, and they're not bothering to wear a mask because, I wear a mask to protect them, and I wish they'd wear a mask to protect me. I had a few of these masks left over from many years ago. I bought them at Harbor Freight as a nuisance dust mask. They didn't work out real well for that, so I've got a few of these. My wife's also made a couple. So what have I been doing? Let me tell you a story. Back in 2018, actually 2016, I attended a session with Alan Zenrich on holding virtual or remote demonstrations. This was at the 2016 American Association of Woodturners Symposium held here in Atlanta. And I was a little slow to get started because the learning curve looked kind of high in the outlay and equipment. But come 2018, I finally made the decision. I put in the money and the additional equipment I needed and start climbing that learning curve, which there's some learning effort involved in that. And I think the thing that convinced me was because I could use the same type of setup on some of my videos that might make editing ultimately easier. I'm not sure that's fully panned out the way I thought, but it is another alternative to just using a camcorder like I'm doing now. I remember a call from Dave Hewlett of the Central Arkansas Club. Called me up one day, this is 2018 I believe, and he says, "You're number 6. I said, "What?" And he says, "You're the 6th demonstrator that we've identified that does these interactive remote demonstrations, so we want to schedule you for my club." And we did, and I enjoyed it. I got to hang out in Portland with Alan Zenrich, who had a booth talking about these remote demonstrations, and kind of worked it like a trade show. People walk by, you try to engage them in conversation to explain to them what interactive remote demonstrations are. 2019, things were still pretty slow. But I did a few more early this year before the pandemic really hit here in the U.S. And then since then, it's been going gangbusters. I've done more interactive remote demonstrations. Actually, we now call them, the way we're doing them now with Zoom, virtual club meetings, where before it was point to point, my shop to their club meeting site. Now it's my shop to wherever they're hanging out in their home. So it is different, but I've had more of these since the pandemic hit than I'd had in the previous 2 years. So it's keeping me pretty busy. I'm not having to do taxes because ERP shut off our pro bono tax aid program. Not sure when they're going to get back on that. I still haven't had a chance to file my tax return because I haven't had a chance to get it reviewed by another member. But I'm sure that'll take place before too long. Clubs seem to enjoy the opportunity to get together virtually. Of course, it's not quite the same as meeting in person, but actually, for a lot of people, the experience is better. Sometimes they see better camera work, more detail, additional information that's brought in that's not brought in during a live demo where the demonstrator's on site. Of course, I have to clean up my shop, but I can't just walk off and leave my shop. But on the other hand, I don't have to drive anywhere. I don't have to pack. I know all my equipment works, and I've got backup. So it's been working real well, and I think it's pushed a lot of clubs that had to pile on and do this that otherwise haven't thought about it. Most of the clubs in the Atlanta area are doing it, and it's working out real well. And some of the small clubs are getting together and joining up. Most demonstrators don't have a problem with that. I have a Zoom license that allows me to have as many as 100 people. So if two clubs get together and have a demonstration, they can split the cost. I still get to do a demonstration, so it's all good. I noticed that some of the professional wood turners, such as Glenn Lucas, Trent Bosch, I think Mike Mahoney, Cindy Drozda, are actually scheduling these now on their website. They're professionals that are already set up to transact business and sales on their website. I'm not planning on going that route. That's too much. It sounds like too much work for me. It sounds like a job, and I'm retired. I'm a hobbyist. So the other thing I've been able to do, I've been able to help other clubs get started with Zoom, other demonstrators, help them practice and climb that learning curve. Help my club with it. I helped them with co-hosting their first demonstration last month with Harvey Meyer, and this coming month I'll be doing the remote demonstration on thread chasing. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm staying busy, and it has impacted on my ability to crank out YouTube videos. But I've got a number of ideas. I'll get a little more busy with that when things maybe slow down just a little bit. Outside of wood turning, I appreciate the opportunity that being experienced with Zoom has given me to be able to host Zoom meetings with my Sunday school class, host Zoom meetings with my men's group on Sunday evening. It gives me a chance to hang out weekly with my extended family members who live in different states, my brothers and sisters and my son and my nieces and nephews. So it's a great opportunity. It's one that we don't normally experience except during weddings and funerals. Unfortunately, there haven't been many of those lately. But hanging out online is sure better than not hanging out at all. So that's been fun. I want to say I appreciate y'all's comments on my videos. It helps keep me going when I see the encouraging comments that I'm really helping folks out there that are new or beginning or novice turners or don't have an opportunity to belong to a club because they don't have one within driving distance. Now with these virtual clubs, it's something to explore. It might be worth your time and effort. The dues are light, and sometimes the charge is very low, and you'll get to actually see demonstrations virtually because I don't see this going away for a while. Y'all stay safe. Come on back here.